Hello, friends. Hello. I am so excited to quote unquote see you again. So, for those of you who are listening to the audio of this, I have just been doing audio episodes for the last few weeks due to surgery, but I am back doing video. So, if you don't yet check it out, go check out and subscribe to my YouTube channel, Julie Menden, because you can see the videos and we are back. I know when I've been starting to do video calls again with clients, it's just so great to see everybody and just adds another little layer. I love the audio, but I also love to be able to, just share this part as well. So if you haven't yet, you can check out the videos on YouTube, and we'll have the little video clips then for the episode. So first of all, thank you so much to all of my community who has reached out during this time and checked in, and I'm just so happy to report that I'm doing well, healing really well, wearing makeup again. So even with makeup, sometimes you can't really even tell a whole lot. I'm healing the scar on my nose and the scar up my forehead from the surgeries, and just grateful. I will say every day that I get to go out and about into the world without bandages on my face, I am grateful, and I'm going to try and hold on to that. Like when you're sick, you don't really value being healthy until you get sick, and then you get sick, and for the first couple days, even just like a cold or the flu or something, and for the first couple days you're like, "Oh my gosh, I'm so grateful." And then we forget it again, right? But I'm going to really try and hold on to this. I think the scars is going to serve as a reminder for me. But I'm just so grateful again to be healthy, to be healing. And I did my first live speaking event back in person about a week or so ago, and I still had to have a couple bandages on, and it was a hospital. And I said, what better place and what better group of people to be in front of than healthcare workers when you're recovering? So again, I just wanted to say thank you, because I think I've done an episode on this already before about, I think seeing the opportunity. Part of me speaking and helping other people with mindset and resilience is sharing my journey and sharing what I do, and that the days are hard, and that also, I do believe that we can find an opportunity, lessons. We can figure out what we need to take with us on the other side of these hard times. And I've shared before, but I'll share it again, that for me, one of those things was how it brought so much love and support and community to me and to my family, just from family, and friends dropping off food and little treats and cards and flowers, and it just reminded me how loved I am. And that's a really amazing to get that reminder. And also, friends that I had been wanting to get in touch with for a while, who, we were all busy and things came up. We prioritized it and we got together. And so that was one of the things that's coming out from the other side of this. But also what I want to talk today about is community in terms of, your business, your professional life. So obviously I've talked about the personal side that's so important, is to just feel that I have people there for me. But so the other week I went to my first conference for Mastermind I'm a part of, and I love their conference. And I went to this conference, and it's for small business owners. And I was really hesitant on if I was going to go. Rightfully so. I was literally getting the last of my stitches on my face removed on Monday morning, and then I was set to fly out like from the doctor's office. They gave me the go ahead, but I was anxious. I wasn't sure if it was going to be too much, because my face is obviously still pretty sore after having all that stuff done to it. I hadn't been wearing makeup for a while, and so having to I had still wear band-aids on there and some makeup. And so I didn't know if mentally, emotionally it would be enough, or physically it would be too much. And I kind of just wanted to stay in my little like hibernation place, but I decided to. I was feeling very anxious, to be honest. Like up until the point Jake dropped me off at the airport, I was like, I don't know if I'm going. Even on the plane, I was nervous. But as soon as I walked into the conference center, and I was there last year for the event too, as soon as I walked in, before I even saw anybody, I was like, yes. I already felt more energized. I already felt like I was getting back into things. And the amount of, again, not only just support for me, but I knew a lot of people at the event because I had been in this mastermind with about 40 or 50 people. And so we had seen each other a couple times throughout the year, and they knew what was going on because they knew I wasn't sure if I was going to make it. And just the amount, the hugs, I got so many amazing hugs from people and support, and people saying things like, you're so brave. Like I wouldn't have come. Like I was kind of feeling a little bit like a chicken about not wanting to go. Like, Julie, get over it. Right. But to have people say to you sometimes feels good, to say, wow, like you're really brave for coming. Good for you for coming and showing up. I had to walk around this event with band-aids on my face, which doesn't feel great, right? But just the community and the support that I got from people was unmatched. And also a reminder around, I got this kick in me around, business coming into the end of the year. Any professional goals you have, whether you're working in corporate and you're growing in your corporate career, or if you're a business owner and you're growing in your business, you can start to get kind of like, if you feel like things aren't going well, or if you have health things, like you trying to get back into the swing of things can be hard. And I believe that it starts with us, right? Starts with you, the name of the podcast. So it started with me. It was the step of courage. I didn't have confidence when I first got there. Every day that I had to go, to the event and get ready and show up with the band-aids and take pictures with the band-aids. I got an awards. I had to walk across stage in front of all these people with the band-aids, which I didn't realize was going to happen. I didn't have confidence right away, but I had courage. It started with me to take the step to choose to step into the airport and to step onto the plane and to do it. And then I built confidence. I always say it's courage, confidence, and action. That's what I think really makes up confidence. But just me alone wouldn't have done it, because I needed that community there. I needed those, not only those hugs, but those wins, like watching other people in the business wins that they had and the success they had and how they overcame obstacles and struggles. And we had the keynote speaker talked about her resilience, and that was just an amazing talk of everything she had been through and how she used that to grow her businesses. And now she's, speaking all over. And to see the other people that I was in community with, to see their wins and to go, oh my, and to get that, like I always say, your fire under your butt again, to just have that. And so it's hard sometimes to just do that on your own. I think you have to be the one to choose to take that step, but then surrounding yourself with other people that can kick you in the butt when you need it, that can give you the hug when you need it, that can motivate you when you need it. I realized how incredibly amazing that was, to not only see their wins and be reminded that I could do that, but also for them to say, you've got this, you can do this. Even if there's goals you didn't meet this year, what did you learn and what are you going to do about it next year? And so as I was thinking about what I want to talk to you all about today, it was that reminder that it does start with you, but it doesn't just need to end with you. It does not just need to be you. If you're in a rut right now when it comes to your professional goals, who do you need to be in community with? Is it coworkers? Are there, do you have that friend that you work with who every time you meet with them, they just make you feel more energized? Is it a mentor? Do you need to go schedule a mentor session? Do you need to find a community of other leaders? So, for example, my firm hosts executive forums. So if you're somebody who listens to this and you do work in an organization or in corporate, or even if you're the leader of an organization, a small business that you've got employees and things, my firm, we host executive forums about every month. We're not having one in December because of the holidays, but our next one's in January, and we'll drop the link in the show notes. If you are an executive who oversees people and talent, that's who we invite into these forums. And it's a virtual forum to bring together leaders in all different industries. Again, it's executive level, so there's kind of that stipulation, but it's all different industries. And we get together to talk about hot topics. I'll share statistics. I'll share what I'm seeing, what we're working on with clients. I'll bring in guests. We just had an executive forum that we hosted last week, and I brought in a guest to talk about strategic planning. So how are you strategically planning for your organization for the next few years? And I get a lot of comments, and we have open dialogue and conversation. I get a lot of comments and messages from people how they like that, because it's other people outside of their own lens, outside of their own organization, that they can hear ideas from. They can ask questions. They can share challenges that they're having. So we see that from an organizational standpoint, right? Community also, I'm a part of a couple different local women leader groups that bring together leaders in organizations or women business owners, and they have speakers and they have things like that. Like, that's a community. If you're part of a virtual online community, if you're part of a mastermind, like, those are all those communities. And so my challenge for you is, one, if you don't have that community, because let me tell you, I'm just so fired up that I went to that event and that I have people like that. And it's not just that event, I have these connections with me. And so my biggest task, because I can struggle with this sometimes, is to keep cultivating those relationships, is to not just go, wow, it was so great to see all of them, and then get back into the day to day. So my challenge from the event is, how do I keep nurturing and cultivating those relationships? But so my challenge for you is, if you don't have those, if you're like thinking right now, wow, when I'm in a professional rut, I don't have that community. Find one. Find that community because it can really help. If you are part of one of those communities and you don't feel like the juice, you're not getting all the like juice out of the squeeze from it. Like you need to squeeze into it. Well, you have to put more into it. That's something that I have to remember too. Is I have amazing communities and we can get so head down into life and into work and all of that that we forget to use and leverage those relationships. So maybe reach out to that person you've been meaning to reach out to, or attend that event that you've been, kind of putting off attending, that networking event or that monthly meeting. And so either find that community or leverage it, because I know for me, and then, I'm creating kind of little small, I'm calling it like a mini mind with some of the other business owners who were at this event that is going to carry us through next year. And so we're meeting in December to talk about our business plans, what went well, what didn't go well. We're scheduling meetups throughout the year. And for me, that's accountability. It's the, hey Julie, we're here for you if I need that, or the hey Julie, get your butt in gear if I need that. And so find that community. It is the key to your success. It has to start with you. You have to make the choice. You have to put in the work. But again, I'm just kind of coining this phrase now that came to me. It doesn't have to end with you. The community to be there to support you is really key. And so again, just in terms of communities that I host, as an invitation for you to check out, again, we have the executive forums. If you are working in an organization and you want to come to those are free to join. And so we'll drop the link for our upcoming executive forum. If you're an entrepreneur, small business owner who's looking to do more speaking to grow your business, I host the Speaker Space Academy, which is my signature program for helping you to grow and scale your business using speaking. And again, there's still that sense of community because we're bringing together speakers. We have group calls where people share challenges, they share wins, they ask questions, they get support. We ask, hey, what do you need? Do you need that motivation? Do you need that kind of like cheerleading and that kind of virtual hug? Or do you need that like, hey, here's your accountability that you said you wanted us to hold you to? So those are the communities and the spaces that I have right now. And obviously, the podcast that would kind of chat with you, but find those places and those spaces that are going to support you when you need it. And this is from the professional side. Obviously the personal side, a whole thing. We've talked about that. But leverage friends, find those hobbies, like find the thing that you need. But from the professional side, when you need that kick, get the people surrounding you that will help you, because I know for me, it meant the world to me to have that going into next year. So hopefully this was helpful. Stay tuned for future episodes. We're going to be coming into the end of the year where I'm going to talk about, what me and my team are doing to reflect on the last year and to set us up for success for the next year. So stay tuned for that episode coming up. And of course, as always, please, please, please leave a rating and review. I know it's an extra step, but it would mean the world to me. If you're on Apple podcast listening to this, you can just scroll down, leave a rating, and real quick, 30 seconds, leave a review. It really does help so much. It's more than I ever realized with a podcast. You can do it on Spotify, wherever you're listening. If you could just go and take 30 seconds to leave a rating or review. And if even the next step further, if you feel like it, you're feeling the holiday season, you can share the podcast and let people know what stood out for you. So thank you so much. Great to see you. For you to see me, and I'm just virtually pretending I'm seeing all of you listening. So hopefully this was helpful to you, and I'll see you and talk to you again soon.